Welcome back, guys, to another video. Big news today. Got some little leaks here and there about Tesla, especially during the whole battery department thing. Currently, the share prices of Tesla has been dropping a little bit, but it's somewhat like bottomed out. Tesla is going through some pretty big changes and also going through some quality issues apparently, and it's just kind of like a big of a mess. But we got some pretty good news, especially in the battery department. When you really think about the company and the stock, you kind of have to think more long term than the short term small issues. And the long term is going to be the batteries. The 4680 battery cells, which were announced like last year, caused a ton of hype. Everyone was really interested in this denser and bigger battery cell. The 4680 battery cell can essentially make the Model S go up to 700, 800 miles on a single charge, which is literally my city to New York in one single charge. It's pretty nice. And so far, a lot of people are getting really enthusiastic about this brand new battery. And obviously with a brand new battery, you need a brand new production line. So right now, LG, Panasonic are somewhat competing and also trying to get the best production line to Tesla. There was a lot of recent reports from South Korea that has indicated that LG Energy Solutions is building a pilot 4680 battery production line for the American EV maker Tesla. This pilot line is reportedly to be constructed as fast as possible, but also has good quality, and we should be seeing operations ahead of the Japanese rival Panasonic, which is also trying to launch their own 4680 cell production line. I think it's pretty funny that Tesla hired both companies to do this. I guess just having this nice rival competition between the two giant battery companies is pretty nice to really speed things up, and also it's always best to have two different outlooks of the production line than just one. And there's also several reports from South Korean media showing off the production lines on its Ochang plant. There's a lot of individuals that are pretty familiar with the matter and says that a lot of the things inside the factory has already been installed. Big things are going on, and LG is expected to be investing millions of dollars into the venture. And LG previously in the past has helped Tesla out in a lot of battery stuff. Same thing with Panasonic. They have been working very, very closely with Tesla. Obviously, Tesla makes electric batteries and electric cars. And right now, all the companies in the world are trying to make EVs, and everyone is scrambling to find the best solutions and also as many lithium-ion batteries as well. If you check out stocks like some of the lithium mining companies or the nickel or the cobalt companies, that have been going up. Even the mining companies, which is pretty unique and has been happening for the first time ever. So far, Panasonic's 4680 cell production line is also being prepared right now. Panasonic is already starting some production of the 4680 battery cells. We also should be seeing some of the brand new batteries being implemented in the Tesla Model Y in Berlin, Germany. Those will be the only Teslas this year that's launching that will be equipped with the 4680 battery cell. I guess you could somewhat say that they're just guinea pigs kind of, but at the same time, it's pretty nice to have this nice prototype brand new battery cell. Since it does go further, it's a lot faster, it's a lot denser, and it's pretty nice. And right now, Tesla is trying to begin this massive production of their batteries. They also have two massive battery facilities. One of them is in Berlin, the other one in Nevada. And I feel like in the next 5 years, when all the other major companies are launching their brand new electric vehicles, because for example, the Mercedes EQ series and GM's electric vehicles wouldn't really be coming out until the next 2-3 years, and they will fully come out with all their series in 5 to 6 years. But at that time, a lot of these major companies aren't really focusing heavily on the lithium ion battery part. Ford's CEO, for example, said this multiple times, was asked about if he wants to be making an electric battery factory. He said it's a good idea, but he doesn't really have any plans for it. I think a lot of these companies are mostly focused and relying on those third-party battery companies, which is a little bit hard to do since sometimes they run into production issues. Tesla, on the other hand, is making a ton of batteries. They essentially will be having the biggest battery factory in the world once the Berlin battery factory is fully operational. That's also pretty big, and that should definitely be in your notes. So Tesla is honestly playing a long game. These battery leaks so far are doing pretty well, and really shows you guys that Tesla isn't really focused on the small itty bitty problems right now, but mostly focused on the long term. Because guess what's going to happen in the next 5 years? Well, everyone's going to be starting for lithium ion batteries. No one's going to be having enough. Currently, there's also some big news about how Tesla could be fighting some new EV rivals. We're right now to the point where there's a lot of brand new companies coming out with their own electric vehicles. You got Rivian coming out with their own, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche Taycan is already out, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, etc. Virtually every single gasoline company in the world will be coming out with their own electric vehicles within 2 years, at least just one variant. Even some like the supercars, hypercars, like even Rolls-Royce is thinking about making electric vehicles. So that really tells you that everyone is in this department. Now, what can Tesla do to separate themselves from the competition? That's what everyone is asking. One of the biggest things is obviously making as many batteries as possible. If they could really brand themselves as more of a battery company and supply the world's vehicles with their own Tesla batteries, that would be a big thing. It's very similar to how Samsung makes really good screen panels, but their own Samsung screen panel branch sells these panels to their own competition like Apple and also other companies around the globe. And their other branch, which is their smartphone branch, will compete with those other companies. That's what Samsung does, and probably Tesla could be doing the same thing. Since the world's biggest battery is strategically located in Berlin, Germany, that's kind of like the heart where a lot of these really big car manufacturing brands are, like BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, etc. So we could be seeing a lot of this battery selling from Tesla, and Musk has also said numerous times that he's willing to share a lot of things, and obviously sharing with a price, of course. So right now, Tesla, they seem to be doing pretty well, and Autopilot is another thing that could definitely differentiate themselves from the competition. I think a lot of car companies right now are heavily focused in just simply making the best electric vehicle possible. They're just trying to make the electric vehicle and just get it out the market. A lot of them don't even have Autopilot teams or Autopilot research branches, whereas Tesla has. Essentially, right now, this current moment, there are a few electric vehicles that you can select from that's other than Tesla. But if you want one that could drive you from point A to point B in cities fully autonomously, then Tesla is actually your only option. And Musk wants to be achieving full autonomy by the end of this year, 2021. And once all the other companies starts catching on, it's kind of already too late. Tesla has already skyrocketed in value, and their autopilot system is already out, and they should be launching some sort of a robotaxi network 2022 and maybe specific cities only. My guess is probably Las Vegas, since they're very lenient towards this really heavy tech stuff, and they already have this some sort of a weird robotaxi network with Lyft over there, so they're pretty excited in a lot of this really techie stuff. Right now, I feel like Tesla, they're in a really awkward position. A lot of other car companies are coming out with vehicles, so people aren't really looking at Tesla as just a car manufacturer, but also a climate change company. They're doing a lot of battery farms for other companies. They're pretty active. They really are a unorthodox car manufacturing company. Right now, they don't even focus that much on vehicles. They focus most on the software, the batteries, solar panels, power walls, climate change. So it's actually pretty nice to see that. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment below. Definitely subscribe for more Tesla news.